Welcome everyone to another night of adventures here on Dragon Lake Adventures. Tonight we are playing Dungeons and Dragons 3.5. This is episode 2 of season 3 of Is This Still the Trinity of the Sapphire? Last
That
time.
is that
Go
is
ahead.
a sort of a good question. I mean, how many original members you got left? Two or four?
Two, and a original player, but he's playing a different character. I don't think your characters. Did your character start in the Trinity this time? No.
No.
Yeah, I did.
Did Otri start in the
did.
Trinity? Yeah, so we've got
Yeah,
three
Otri did.
Trinity members, so I think technically it might still count.
Okay. I see.
You got your
how
bling
it-
still? You got your, like, fucking giant sapphires? Did you ever get those? No? Those died
No,
with
he never had
mumbles?
that. Which we never had that.
Yeah, that was just-
Many died.
Oh, Schmitty had those.
Poor Schmitty.
Right. Well, last time, we got teleported to a place far from home that we've identified as most likely being in the DeFore Wastes, and we are at the foot of what has been described to us as an ancient predecessor form of the magical challenge towers,
You can just call them dungeons. They're dungeons.
the dungeons. We left our characters at the entrance of a giant Sapporo cactus maze. Oh, what do we got? Subscribe. Thank you. Boom. Kitty dance. We have 3 different paths, and we believe 3 different kinds of choices to make down those paths. We've met a new friend. What was his name again? Philip.
Yes.
A couple other quick fires, I think, of what we learned. That this is some unknown patron's domain that we have entered. And a giant tortoise has assured us that if we succeed this challenge, we will have rewards beyond our imagination. So we're just kind of going for it.
It's also one of those things where, like, hey, it's a challenge that you can accept, but you can't really go back, and once you start, you have to finish it. So, congratulations, you've accepted it.
It's less like a challenge and more like an accepted kidnapping, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Accepted kidnapping. Can you
Yep.
really accept being kidnapped?
You
What if-
you can
what if
accept
it
the fact that
isn't
you're
when
being
you
kidnapped.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I mean, Stockholm syndrome is accepting captivity.
Well, that's more like relating with your captors.
True.
in this case, it's more just like, fuck it, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess we're doing this now.
That's fair.
So, though we were kindly offered an opportunity to leave, but we were told we would be giving up an opportunity that no one else has been offered.
Yep. And you guys chose to stay, and you have 3 paths in front of you.
All right. Can you recap for us what those paths are again?
Force, guile, or God damn it, what was the last one? I was working too hard on other things. I was in the middle of roleplay and I didn't take appropriate notes. Force, guile. And now I can't spell guile.
Guile. Guile, sir.
Yeah, that does look right.
Because it is, sir. Didn't you ever play Street Fighter as a kid?
No,
Oh, no?
I didn't actually.
Oh.
Anywho's, yep, you got 3 paths to travel down, and you were told by the turtle that you had the option of passing this next level with either force, guile, or deception. I have a note here that I did need to reward you guys for experience, or for role play, and I'm going to give you 100 experience points, because that was a role play heavy game, and I wanted to make sure you guys got it.
Woo. Thank you, sir.
All right. I had the other players try and break into the dungeon, and they took the map that I was going to be using. So give me a second here to get this new map set up, because I have their tokens all over it, and they stopped mid-fight. So
All right. Philip. Yes, Philip. Tell us a little about yourself before we choose our path.
Well, Philip is a Philip is a. Let me pull up my freaking character sheet to remind myself quickly exactly what all Philip is, because I have terrible memory.
he's a monk.
He's a monk. So Philip is a slightly short 5'4" monk. He's quite disheveled, very confused. He had just fled his monastery before arriving in this strange place and meeting these strange new people. He's a cautious, shy man with dirty black hair. But he's excited to see what life has to offer him now that he's away from the monastery.
What patron was your monastery built for?
Yes, what patron?
Sam?
You know the answer to that one.
I do know the answer to that one, but funnily enough, Philip does not.
So answer in character.
Philip thought he was worshiping. He thought he was worshiping a kind and benevolent God, but upon seeing what the upper echelons had for offer, for what this God's true nature was, he fled. So he thought he was worshiping a local religion.
Called. Got it on your sheet.
I do have it on my sheet. Do I have it on my sheet?
Probably be at the top of your stats page.
Yes.
Or maybe a
This is an
note.
excellent start. No, I it's because my robe is named the Stranger's Insight.
There it is.
Thank you. It's because I should probably write that in my stats and not just have it be the name of the actual class.
Wait, so
Anybody
you
wanna
were at
roll
the
on-
Monastery of the Stranger?
Yes. Monastery of the Stranger.
Anybody want to roll on that?
Sure do.
I'll give that a knowing stuff roll.
It's a fairly solid roll to make, knowing stuff.
I know some things.
Who doesn't want to know stuff and things about stuff?
I know like all of the things to an extent. So.
And then this would also be relevant, I think.
Of course. Religion gets the lowest roll. But Otree's got some juice over there.
I do love that his critical roll for religion is still a point below an okay roll from me.
Hey. When you're Captain Otree, the gods come to you. Right?
It is true. I've seen it. I've seen it.
Oh,
All right. So what do we know about this stranger patron?
All right. Otree tells you that it's definitely a name for one of the hidden gods. Unfortunately, even with the 22, it isn't quite enough to reveal the name of the secret god. The cult has been seen around Crossroads and a number of other human, elven, and half-elven societies. They're known for being pretty quiet monks or generally caretakers for the dead. Yeah, Corey, you get basically the exact same information. Your knowledge history check will tell you that in the city of Crossroads, that temple's been there for at least since the last war.
But they're at least lawful enough to remain I guess, unscrutinized by the locals.
Yeah, nobody really seems to mess with them in that way.
Okay.
Layer, map layer. There we go.
So you dropping us in the dungeon here?
Almost there. I had to regenerate it, so I'm
All good.
adjusting.
Switch my stuff over back to spells. Cute. Well, I think if we are not, are we in any kind of rush? Do we have some time as characters to sit and wait unharassed here? Does it seem?
Yeah, and I mean nobody's coming near this turtle, except for you guys, I guess.
Well, we were kind of interrupted mid-meal, weren't we?
Yeah, because me and Core were having lunch together, and Apoc thought that Core accidentally went into the special cabinet. He was grabbing the spices for said lunch.
It's been known to happen.
Wait, weren't you guys gonna take drugs? Is that what you're getting at?
No, he was accusing me of accidentally putting drugs in our food.
It's perfectly legal in the state that we're in right now, okay?
It is. It's absolutely legal where I live.
The state we're in is intoxicated.
Cora is constantly in the state of intoxication. It's kind of his way.
Alright. Well, you guys are able to successfully make some food.
Oh, well, I have a...
Oh! You really do have a thing.
Yeah. And then it's gonna be... Everyone gets an extra 15 health for the day. And you gain the benefits they're mentioned in the spell I just dropped in chat. You sit down. Kor sits down, kind of raises his hands, utters some magical incantation. A spell circle appears in front of him, and like a picnic just arises out of the ground from glowing light.
I certainly wish you did this back when I traveled with you before.
I just learned it!
It is quite a delicious spell.
How do I turn on mid-slight? 5 feet. Save. Okay. This should be a black screen for you, but go to the top left and tell me if you can see anything, and I will drop your tokens on there. Just give me 1 sec.
Can't see shit, Captain.
Yeah, you don't have a token on there yet, so that makes sense.
Negative visual
Looks black to me.
Oh, I don't know what that token's doing here. How do I get you to turn on vision? Yep.
Very cool.
So yeah, we'll take an hour of the shade we still have to have this meal, and if I'll remind anyone that the first person who begins to feel uncomfortable from the heat, I can cast Endure Elements on them.
Can you see now, Noah?
Yes. Perfect.
Okay. Otree, you should be able to see now.
This is a big dungeon.
And we just need core. Alright, drop core in. Should be able to see now.
Yep, I can see a small area around me.
Okay. So, do you go through the left, straight, or right path?
Are there any labels?
No, actually, all three seem to be fairly similar. My description from before was the path that leads out in front of you. One of them leads directly towards the cactus, heading off in the distance in what appears to be a straight line. There is one that heads off to the left and one that heads off to the right at approximately a 45-degree angle for a while before it continues heading in a sort of a cactusward direction. It's a scientific term.
Okay.
If you remember before, the only real landmarks you had were the sun and a cactus that seems so massive that it almost touches the sky.
And we found out we could damage and interact with the walls with no magical repercussions.
That is what you guys were inferring.
Yes. I almost got it.
However, there was a danger of getting prickled by spines.
Yes. It was quite a real physical threat.
Yes.
For my records, sir, may I have our in-game date?
No. Day
Huh.
2.
Dang. No, it's still technically day 1. It's game 2.
You guys rested.
Did we?
I don't think we did.
Okay. Day 1.5 then.
Yes.
Where's my...
We
I got a
each
piece of
12
dust
points
on the
beginning
camera there.
of the dungeon.
Let me get that.
I would suggest we go straight as opposed to cactus-wise or counter-cactus-wise.
A+.
Yes. Can I do... We did survival checks before, sorry. Which way was going to get us out of the sun for the longest? Straight? Or forward?
Straight, you'll most likely stay in the sun almost all day because the sun is rising directly behind you. Left or right will take you out of the direct line of sight, in your opinion.
The weather will beat down on us harder if we choose the forward path.
That's alright. We're not
Give me just
afraid
a
of the
moment.
element. This isn't a trial of the elements. Now, is it?
Yeah. I mean, I'm automatically under the effect of this, but...
Forward. Go towards the center door. I only see
Before we get
forward
going, though, APOC is going to pull out his 2 square yards of canvas and try to make himself a nice, jaunty little sun umbrella. Real quick.
Sure. Do you want to roll a craft check of some kind?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to switch to map view real quick for everyone.
So apparently, you just know exactly what you're doing here. You just sort of snap a few things together, and next thing you know, you have a perfectly functioning parasol.
Like, big and expanded.
Yep.
Nice and shady.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Very lovely. So you guys are choosing the straight path? Because I'll have to change the map, which is fine.
Yep.
All right.
Philip,
Well,
we seem to be in consensus, but I still like to hear your opinion.
a muted opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose the center path is fine. I mean, sooner we reach the cactus, the sooner this is over, theoretically.
Theoretically, indeed.
All right. I'll take out a fresh sheet of paper and attempt to make a etching of the paths we take. Ooh, everything just turned yellow.
Yes.
We have entered the banana maze.
You are
Not
at
again.
the bottom of the
Let it
map,
go.
near center. I'm glad you guys picked the straight path. It makes my life easier.
Yay.
Thank God you said easier and not interesting, because otherwise I would have been worried there for a minute.
Yeah.
I mean, easier because I have a pre-prepared thing.
That's
He knows, he
concerning.
knows.
Yeah.
All right, perception checks.
We're not on the map yet, are we?
Yeah, we're at bottom middle.
Oh, there we go. Okay, bottom middle.
Sorry.
25 and
Somehow
25.
I don't know
32, 27.
Why am I walking in front? Excuse me. There we go.
Yes. Why are you in front, Core? That is not the place you should be.
Nope.
Sorry, I forgot what the button was to roll both.
If you click on your... Go ahead.
If you click on your character sheet, the button should appear, and there's something that actually says perception.
Oh, right. Oh. And this one, sorry. Buttons. How do they work?
Buttons, who's got
The button.
the button, indeed.
For some reason, this is showing up weird for the text. I wonder...
I love pre-prepared things. Back to the back, and then to the map layer. And then I just need some more of these boys. All right. If you guys zoom out on the map that you're looking at here and look forward, you should be able to see a large orange-colored ring. In addition to that, you should see a number of tokens on the board.
Those look like ants.
Yes.
In fact, that is your first thought as you're looking out at the plains. There's a bunch of black ants. They're a little weird because they have an extra joint in their thorax, and they have very large heads. They're also about the size of Captain Otree. It's some big ants.
Big ants.
Yep.
I am about.
And do they seem like they could be a kind of people and not just an animal?
Yeah, you feel like that could possibly be a people. You can roll a knowledge check on that if you'd like.
Good times, Core. I want to roll a nature check too. That's amazing, Core. You're just the best. I'm not getting a very clear readout on, for some reason, the text over here on my output. Don't know why, but it's all faded.
Are you in dark mode?
Yeah, maybe if I change that. Hold on. And then...
Anywho, so you see ants, your knowledge, history, knowledge, nature checks will tell you that there is a couple of races of ant people and other insect people out there in the world. They're generally known to work very cooperatively with each other and badly with outside other bug species. You almost never see them working in tandem with other bug species. They will trade and deal with humanoid species of other kinds, like orcs and goblins and humans and the occasional elf. History will tell you that they rarely ever get into a war with any of the standard races or the large nation states. If they do get into a battle, they tend to be really small and limited over some type of specific resource.
So Core thinks we could approach these people.
You know that the ones that you've seen out in the world are red and not black.
Well, I will tell this all to the party and add, though I am uncertain why these ones are of a different tone. It could mean something, or it could just be a regional thing. I am uncertain.
I suppose I don't know about anything like this. I've never seen an ant that big. But back in the monastery, we had ants that looked like these guys, but much smaller. And they never hurt nobody. Maybe these are like that.
Well,
We tried to talk to them or just walk and ignore them.
I think I'm gonna start flying myself.
Yeah, can you have a look to see if there's a way to go around them, or if there's anything else at all in sight?
So I'll take off into the air, see if I can get a better vantage from like 100 feet up, 120 feet.
Sure. You see that. Let me grab a ruler here so I can give you a good measurement. You see that about 120 feet away and about 230-ish feet away on each side, there seems to be the same large cactus walls that you guys have been traveling along. And over the top, there seems to be a dome that is going over the whole area. From how far did you go up?
Is this the dome?
No, the dome covers the entire map.
Okay.
The thing that's in front of you, that seems to be almost exactly as described, except for that white square is actually the same sand color as everything else. The ants seem to be going up to it and pulling something out of the outer circle and then bringing it back to the rest of the ants in the little clusters behind. You'll see that in the clusters, if you make a spot check, you can see what they're actually doing with whatever they're pulling out of there.
Let me grab my token.
And people. A spot of 23 will tell you that they seem to be gathering it up into what appears to be a brown sack. And what they're putting in there seems to be little chunks of red crystal of some kind.
I will. I guess they're carrying something. Looks like they're each passing it along.
No, they're doing it ant style, where they're like bypassing each other. They each go there and grab one piece and then head back to the rest.
Okay. Like they're collecting something. Something red. Can't tell what.
You could roll a knowledge check on it.
Yeah, let me pop up into my inventory here.
Geography check tells you that if you didn't know better, you'd say that was like some type of white crystal or maybe salt or sugar.
Sugar.
Can any of us see this as well?
You see the ants moving back and forth, but the thing that's laid in the ground is pretty flat, so you can't actually see what they're digging out.
Do you see a way through?
Through. I can see the far end, right?
Yeah, you can see that past the cluster of ants seems to travel off into the distance towards the cactus as before.
All right. Do we? We can't all fly over them, can we? Not like you can.
Well, who here can fly?
Well, I can't fly today because I did not prepare the spell Airwalk.
I can float, and I'm pretty sure I could carry at least one of you. Perhaps two. But I can't move while I float.
Oh, you're a giant-shaped kite.
Is there a wind in this domed enclosure?
Now that you ask about it, yeah, actually. The air pressure does seem to be flowing slightly in towards the cactus.
That being said, Apocalypse can float, and he did just make an amazing sun umbrella.
You are really going for the Mary Poppins thing today, aren't you?
Hey, Mary Poppins came for me.
All right.
All right.
Just wait for you
Otri,
to start hitting on chimney sweeps.
Otri, do you think you could carry Phil?
Oh my god, they have spoonfuls of sugar in that
How big is he?
How much do you weigh in equipment at all, Phil?
Right,
Yep, that's you.
that's me. Because he did. Sorry.
Today, you have two names.
I do have two names. It adds it all at the bottom. 54 plus 30. So about 230 pounds.
Oh, right, you have, like, no gear on you, don't you?
Yeah, I've got basically nothing. 'Cause I just
How much can you drag, Otri?
Not a lot.
Not 230 pounds?
I have a
What if you hold your
-1
sword?
modifier,
What if you're holding your sword?
and I have like a +1 modifier.
push drag is 875. On me.
I'm still small, yeah.
How,
I guess I'd be-
Core, how much does Core weigh? Here and all.
Let me look at his on character. He weighs about 195 with his gear.
Then I can levitate. If you guys hold on to me, I can levitate that weight, no problem. For both you and Phil, Core and Phil.
All right, let's shoulder mount the giant. I got
Okay.
right side.
So that's levitate. Now, how are you going to forward propulsion this?
Parasol.
Yeah, parasol.
Okay, this is like a less than 5-mile-an-hour wind.
Ugh.
Who said we had to go fast?
Fine. I'll figure it
Okay.
out. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I got this.
So you shoulder him out on the giant, and the giant floats up. How high do you float?
I was trying to avoid having to cast a spell.
And if you're floating on the giant, put yourself on top of the giant's token, please.
Okay, I'm gonna zoom back in on them. Oh,
Float up to be level with Otri.
Otri, what are you at? 60 feet like usual, or something higher?
120 currently.
All right. So yeah, you get up to 120 feet. You're looking down on the ants. They look awful like what? They look like ants from up here.
Okay.
I tried. It fell flat. I don't know.
okay.
Ants look like ants.
Big ants
All right.
With the small ants.
Are we moving at any recognizable rate with the light wind and the parasol?
Yes, 5 feet every 3 rounds.
All right, I've got an idea. Oh, you
I
should
would
put
hurry
your
up with it.
Phil. You should put your character piece on the giant, so the DM knows you're flying with us.
So I can levitate, but not for super extended periods of time.
Sweet.
17
I-
minutes.
I will cast Summon Monster 3 and choose a small air elemental.
Summon monster level 3 air elemental. All right, and you're gonna have it try and push the
Yep,
parasol with the levitating giant and the 2 riders.
Mm-hmm. We've got like no friction. It just needs to push us gently.
D&D.
Okay. So I'll let you guys move at 1 round,
Or-
1 square around. Why don't you show me how your path that you're going over here? Is it like straight over?
How many rounds did you say this lasts, APOC?
17.
Well, that's not going to be very much. I don't want to cast a higher level spell.
You could
So
just
if there's an
walk,
air elemental pushing us,
just like,
and we already have a little backwind,
It's a
would
small
you
sized
go-
air elemental, right?
Yeah, but I mean, like, I could summon a bigger one. If this isn't working and we're obviously not going to get across.
in an emergency too, I can cast levitate twice a day, but that's the limit.
Alright, well, how far? 17 squares is what? Give me a second here. 85 feet. So how far would that get us?
85 feet.
Like right there. So 170 feet would be double that.
we'd be slowly descending.
We'd be like right in the middle of the frickin' sugar pile. So, anyone vote for a better speed boost?
You know, I mean, I could.
Oh, could you pull us?
them.
Yeah.
I'll give
I
Google
got
a
rope.
pull.
What's your strength, sir? 8, right?
Yeah, I will pull out the sword, so I've got a +1 modifier in my strength.
By the power of cord, you can do it.
We'll just tug you slowly.
What's your movement speed?
60.
Per round. Alright, we're good.
60. Hold on, what's the drag rate on that?
While I'm waiting, I'm gonna light up a spliff and do smoke tricks with the air elemental, which is now superfluous.
So your heavy is like 115 pounds.
Yeah, but he's dragging. We're already lifted. He just needs to pull us without any ground friction.
Yeah.
Oh,
look, I've got the gravity. I've got the lift. He just needs the push.
Yeah, it's like pulling a balloon.
I'm not in a rush, right?
Like, how much resistance does pulling a balloon weigh or give you? Like, a handful of people can drag a dirigible across the ground. Or, like, while it's floating above the ground, they can walk across the ground and just take it wherever they want, as long as it's not trying to fly higher than they are. So, if he can fly with us, we're just like the balloon behind the little flying boy.
Who's casting it? The giant is, right?
Giant is levitating, yeah.
What's your current year? I know this.
Yeah.
17. What's your weight, giant?
750 plus gear.
You might want to check to see what the weight restriction on levitate is.
It's 100 pounds per level.
Oh, and you're level 17. So yeah, you got plenty of. Yeah, you got another ton. So yeah, okay. So you start dragging them along with a kite. You can go ahead and move yourself 60 feet forward, and everybody else will follow, and we'll do it one round at a time. Then I guess.
Nice. Yeah. I guess I've already said what my action is. Must smoke one and play with the air elemental. I don't need any more. Hey man, swirl this into the shape of a little airship and have it follow us.
Suppose it might just be easiest if I pick this up and move you guys. All right.
Yeah, because you can grab all of us at once.
And you're 120 feet up?
Yep.
120 feet.
You want to do anything from this position? Otherwise, move yourself again.
Yeah, we'll just
I'll make a
move.
spot check.
Okay.
I've never been this high before.
Are
I'm pretty
they...
sure horse this high all the time.
I'm currently this high. Are they behaving any different as we are passing by them?
They're ants, man. You don't know if they're looking at you funny.
Okay. Well, I mean, like, I'm trying.
You can roll a sense motive or handle animal.
I
Are there
have
different
skills.
kinds of ants, like how some colonies will have one that's dedicated for fighting, one that's dedicated for gathering.
He
You
hasn't
can roll
described
knowledge,
that yet.
nature.
I'm gonna use sense motive because Core thinks they're people, and he doesn't have any reason to believe otherwise.
He doesn't understand what ants are. No.
Well, he's
yeah,
apparently heard of Formians, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, you do think that a few of them are looking at you. Their antennas you, and they seem to not necessarily be speaking to each other, but they're gesturing at each other.
Knowledge what? Sorry, nature?
Yes, nature. Yes, these look like workers.
Tree, would it be possible for us to fly around their prize instead of directly over it? They could perceive that as a threat.
We'll try.
Quick, hit the oars.
We'll move this way.
Alright.
Yeah, can you grab the group and move us with them, please?
There you go.
How are we doing?
Want to make any checks from this point?
Yeah, I guess
Yep,
I'll
I'm
look.
gonna redo the checks I just did.
I will
Yeah,
do
and,
a
Philip likes
perception.
watching him too, so he's watching him as we fly along.
Yes, trust Core's ability to watch things.
Yeah, they're definitely paying close attention to you. You. What do I speak with? Verbally? Yes, it is verbal. Appearing out from behind what appears to be a bunch of sand that was covering him up like an illusion, you see a creature that makes itself known to you by shouting up at you in an odd language. It sounds like clicking and clacking, and it's gesturing at you, but it definitely makes a loud screeching noise.
Well, I got this. I have happened to have prepared tongues today. Are you? Don't get in a tongue tying competition with me. I'll grow 6 tongues and tie them together.
Donk, 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 donk.
Alright, what spell level are you again?
3, I bet.
Nope, it is a level 4 spell.
Oh.
Right, so,
What
spell
is this
spent.
token?
This one right here.
Don't worry
Oop,
about
the one that just disappeared. Alright, so I cast tongues, and in their language, pardon, say again?
The Great Hive City has claimed this site. Back away or be destroyed.
May we simply fly around? We want not your prize. Diplomacy check. Go ahead.
You may not fly around. The round is ours.
Well, we don't want to take it. We just want to be out of it by going that way. And I'll point the direction we want to go.
And all we're hearing is clicking, right, from both parties involved.
Yeah, I'm gonna diplomacy them now.
Tongues allows each person to magically understand each other. You hear his side of the conversation, but not the other.
I see.
Speak with animals is the one that would allow you to quite literally make horse noises or whatever you're talking to.
Indeed.
Is this just for core, or is this for all of us?
It's personal.
Tongues allows him to understand the ant person, but you all understand him.
Okay, because I had a good. How do you round is a shape? You can't own a shape.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get them to let us. They don't want to let us buy. They own this.
Just passing through.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell them that. Yeah.
Just keep moving while we talk. It'll be fine.
What's his response to my? We just want to leave your space by going that way.
You may not pass. We defend.
Do they seem capable of defending from down there?
The one you're talking to has wings.
Oh, it's got wings. He might actually come up here and try to stop us if we keep going.
Well, I'd like to see him. Just keep going. Just keep going. Keep going.
All right. Well, I guess prepare for.
We're flying.
for-
And we're
you know,
flying.
Like, yeah, no, sorry, bye.
Can't hear. I don't know what you're saying. Let's.
What? It's
Coming on through, bud.
the wind.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and
I
move
don't
you
think
guys
he understands you guys.
Moved you forward.
Truly don't mean to offend you. We just want to leave. Have a nice day.
Sorry, like the voice trailing.
Oh no, they all
Shit.
loaded in.
Guys, I don't think it worked.
All right, I
son
got
of a
another
gun, I
round
should've
though
s-
because we moved.
Son of a gun, I totally should have saved that initiative instead of just deleting it out.
That was from the other team's order.
How are
Yeah,
ants gonna reach
crap.
us? What are these flying ants? Some bullshit. I've never heard of that.
Initiative, please. And Noah, you do that by
Alright.
clicking on your character and then hitting the initiative button on the top
Do I-
there.
Do I have time to cast another spell as Otree's moving forward? This is an imminent situation.
No. You guys
Alright.
started moving forward as you were talking. There was no
Yeah, I'm
break
gonna hit
there.
the bathroom quick.
It was worth a
actually-
shot, I feel.
On that note, we are 10 to. Why don't we just call a quick break?
Okay. We'll be back in what, 5:10?
Yeah.
Alright. See everybody in a couple minutes. welcome back.
Giant, make a will save.
Will save, sir.
Right.
Yes. Good roll. You feel something reach for your mind.
Go. Get out of there.
It's the
Stop
second surprise round action.
If it's any kind of attempted fear effect, then there should be no roll.
No.
Okay.
Who's got the highest level spell?
Yeah, punch's good.
We're all under the effect of a 6th level spell, Hero's Feast.
Okay.
We are on the under the effect of levitate. To be either racially level 17.
Oh, that's is that how that one works, or is that the spell
Yes,
level
'cause
plus
it's-
modifier by level?
Like, I don't know how that works. It's a racial ability, not as.
Is it supernatural, or is it spell-like? Because if it's supernatural, then it's not subject to this question.
Don't know.
I'm gonna start with the easy one. Phil, are you wearing any magic items? Just
Yes.
that magic, just the magic belt, right?
Just the magic belt.
The DC for the check is 11 plus the spellcaster's level, if right. So that belt is 15th level caster. So I need a D20. My caster level is 17. Okay, that's pretty easy. Roll. Nope. So that one's still running. Do you have any other magic? Do you have any potions?
I do not.
Do you have any scrolls?
Only blank ones.
And a 29. What's your current cash level, Core?
17.
So you've lost the effects of Hero's Feast. On to the next person.
If you're rolling
gonna be very
against
bad.
that, like a caster check against me, I have a +4 on that currently.
From what?
Spell penetration greater. +4 on
Uh,
caster checks.
That is for offensive spells?
Speak to description.
That's for you penetrating other people's spells. On castle
Made to overcome creature spell resistance.
Yep, that is not for this.
Doesn't strictly say.
You are not trying to
Needs to be
overcome
on
a spell
offensive, but
resistance
yeah.
at the moment. I am trying to
Alright.
overcome someone's spell resistance. It doesn't give you an addition to overcoming.
Alright, so what is dropped on me, you're saying?
No, the 29 was against Philip's Hero's Feast, which went down. I'm moving on to you. Do you have any magic items running?
Yeah.
Sure, let's start at the top.
I got the Hero's Feast running. I'm wearing the Boots of Teleport, a Ring of Climbing, a Ring of Force Shield.
Alright, the Boots of Teleport, the first one you listed, which was the, you gotta do these one at a time.
The Hero's Feast.
Hero's Feast is down.
The Boots of Teleport. 20th level
stay
caster from the
up.
Druid.
Next.
Ring of Climbing. It's +5 ring.
That goes down.
Ring of Force Shield +2. That's my starting item from Master.
That one stays up.
Do the broadleaf count as... No, those are technically natural bonus, I think. Can you disenchant the broadleaf wraps?
No, it's an effect of
Can
a
you
magic
make his
plant.
move bad?
Okay. Brooch of Shielding from caster level 10.
That goes down.
Why?
Why?
The backpack from the druid.
That goes down.
Oof. What happens then?
Well, it's a magic
Just-
item, so it's only temporarily shut down for a number of
So,
rounds.
is it just simply inaccessible?
Correct.
Okay. Is it active or any magic items?
It was the area to spell, so any active magic inside the circle.
Okay, so that's not active.
Yes, Mordecai? Dude, I fed you dinner. I fed you dinner, I played with you, I brushed you. Why are you yelling at me?
The last one is the luck item, 17 caster level.
That should take 17, you said?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that beats that to 28. So the luck stone goes down.
I think that's it.
Now on for APOC.
Oh boy. So the levitate is a spell-like ability.
So yep, that would be affected.
Um,
35, levitate goes down.
row. I have a necklace of fireballs.
23 stays up.
My gauntlets, which fucked if I know. Mentioned item.
It laughs in the face of this spell magic.
Ring of protection and ring of jumping.
Protection goes down, jumping stays up.
Tattoo of Longstrider.
That was an NPC you put that on you, right?
Yeah, that was the mithril mushroom merchant guy.
Yes, that one goes down, unfortunately.
My hammer.
It laughs in the face of dispel.
Let's see. And I think that's about it.
Cool. 20-foot radius burst. Show that gets O-Tree too. Magic items first.
Got my sword.
O-Tree, your sword is fine.
Yes.
You have a couple other running spell effects right now, right?
Yep, flying is one of them.
What's your current caster level?
14.
So 25 is my to hit, so yep, that one goes down.
Uh-oh.
Anything else? Do you got any magic sight running?
Yep, magic sight's running.
That stays up.
Alright, I've got a luck. Also, I've got,
Luck goes down.
oof.
And keep in mind that it's temporary, so if you guys are able to get out of this, you'll probably just get it right back. Anything else?
For me, no, I think that's it. The vision, the
Flight and the
luck.
oh,
Yep.
Hero's Feast stays up.
Oh, I've got my I guess I got my chasuble, my vestment.
Okay, that goes down, unfortunately. And that ends the surprise round, bringing us to APOC. You are falling.
I deploy my parachute, sir.
I thought that might be what you do. So you're slow falling. That does take your standard action, though. Anything else?
You
I try to keep gliding forward.
you got one of those for us.
You guys are hanging on to me, so it should be fine. Aside from Otri, unfortunately.
Well, hold on. I am holding a rope that's connected to you.
Ah,
I'm pulling on that rope.
I'll let you make a reflex save or a strength check to continue hanging on to it instead of falling. Oh, yep. So you
Kind of wonder
are
what
able to hang
Phil's
on to-
reaction to seeing this strange contraption explode from the giant's back.
I'm hanging from Kronk as he's
I'm just
falling.
yelling down. This is very rude. Why are you doing? We're just trying to go that way. Why are you being rude?
You know, I don't want to be the first one to land either, so I'm gonna try climbing the rope.
Philip,
you can do that on your turn. It is actually
okay.
currently Krunk's turn.
All right.
I'm trying to get maximum forward glide going on.
Hey, by the way, Krunk, can you write this into your notes? It's 95 feet. If you're closer to the ground than 95 feet, the parachute's not going to work, but it will deploy above 95 feet successfully for landing.
Oh, well, thankfully we were at 120.
Yep.
Yeah, no shit.
So, yeah, you can continue your movement forward. I'll let you get half of it. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We'll put you here.
And I'm just kind of underneath him then.
Yeah, I'm just going to leave you where you are on the board, though. So standard action and your move action to glide forward, Mr. Phillip.
Yep.
Strength check to hang on to the giant.
I think I'm just gonna hang on for dear life right here. Boom.
Just beat it by 1. Good job. Anything else?
Philip is very clearly like white knuckling, holding on to the giant.
Yeah, you just dropped
heights,
60
not a fan
feet
of
before
heights.
he was able to deploy his parachute.
Not a fan of heights, and this is only making it worse.
Do you know what a parachute is as a character? You might want to let's
No,
roll
he has
knowledge local.
absolutely no idea. Can I roll shitting myself?
Sure. Roll will save.
Your sphincter clenches tight and withholds your poo.
Yeah. No. Let him. He's gonna have to narrate.
And then
this.
oh yeah. So you look up and you see this giant parachute, and the only time you've ever heard anybody using a parachute is about these dwarven nutzos who jump out of planes to fight dragons in the air.
Yeah.
And they have a huge death rate, like a ridiculously huge number of them die all the time.
And I don't know if it's from the dragons or the parachutes.
Correct.
Oh god.
Your will save is not sufficient. You are now wearing brown pants.
Oh no, Philip, no.
Oh no. Hey,
Tempted
What
to
does
use
that
my
smell?
turn
What
to
does that
cleanse.
smell?
Otri, reflex save. You dodge a dark brown something coming out of the sky from above you.
Oh God.
The clump.
So that was your standard action. Are you doing anything else, Phil? Philip?
Blue ice off a plane. Absolutely not.
Okay. The creatures that you've upset all seem to be motioning. These ones move forward. These ones... Wrong way. Move back. Fine, I'll just do it individually. And the rest of them don't care. Core. Oh wait, shit, I gotta get the big guys done. My bad, Core. Let's see. I'm gonna try this one last time because I've got it once per mob. I got 2 of them sitting here. Giant will save.
Will saves again.
Told you, man. They're trying to dispel the parachute.
All right.
Shit's fucked. Magic ants.
You don't like my magic ants?
I don't think Philip likes your magic ants. I think I am very much enjoying magic ants.
So good news for us. Even if they dispel the parachute, the only thing that means is that it doesn't automatically retract and back itself when we land.
Yes, that was one of the better decisions, that it was not a conjured item. It is a physical parachute that you just keep on you 100% of the time because you live and work on an airship.
Yo.
All right.
It's not your turn. I was.
Okay, go ahead.
I need to finish up my last 2 I'm just gonna call them Formians. Formians. There it is. Formians.
I mean, look, if you work at Costco, you probably don't need it, but on the top of an airship, parachute comes in handy.
Yeah. We have been traveling via airship for some time.
Surprised you all don't have one at this point.
I have 2.
About to say, OSHA is getting involved now. They want to know your location.
Instead of taking another attack action, I'm gonna actually take a double move for that guy. Core, it's your turn.
Okay. Cool. Since I'm in no way afraid of heights, I will calmly take my climbing harness and clip it to the giant as my swift action.
Okay.
And whilst holding on to him, do I believe that the tether to Oatry is enough of a connection for a dimension door to work with him? Since he is technically tied to us and likely a willing creature.
Let me double check the spell.
Says as long as they're in contact. And
Touch creatures or other willing creatures.
Or do I have to wait for him to touch the group directly?
I'm gonna say for touch, you actually have to be within 5 feet unless you have reach.
Cool.
Ropes cannot conduct it unless it is your familiar.
If I cast it with 1 second here, let me pull up my feats. With Widen spell, could I extend that? Generally, it affects the AoE, produces a 20-foot spread that would widen the spell.
No, it's
because it's touch.
What's the one that changes it from touch to it's reach spell?
I do not have reach.
Let me double check. Yes, reach spell doubles the range, so you go from touch to
enlarge,
30
far, precise. Nope, I don't have that one.
So negative.
Cool. In that case, I will prepare that spell on and cast it when Oatry touches the mass. If that happens before my next turn.
It is your turn, Oatry.
Right, I'm gonna try to climb up the rope towards the giant.
Strength check.
Or climb check as a skill, right?
Yeah, climb.
Yeah.
I think I can do... Alright.
Yes, you can do climb if you have it as a skill. Wow. Good thing it was climb and not strength, because the DC was 10, not 15. It wasn't a very long roll, so you are able to reach up, activating the John's held action.
Cool. So I can go about 1,200 feet. Is there a safe distance inside of that zone I can see that would pull us out of aggro range from combat?
You mean like off this direction to the
Yeah.
north?
For example, it's well out of the range of the map. I could just teleport us 210 feet and we would be off the map. And I could still go
What
another
happened?
900 and some odd.
What happens when you teleport through an illusion?
It doesn't really say.
Oh, Mordecai. Can you hear him? Is he just...
Yes.
Oh my god, man.
Poor little baby.
Transfer yourself from current location to any other spot within range. You always arrive exactly the spot desired, whether simply by visualizing the area or by stating directions such as 900 feet straight forward. But, so I could say, I want to go 300 feet forward towards... Is there like the bottom back of like the dome you described? With like a little archway or something like that within range of that I can see?
So here's the thing, is that the dome I described, I think you're getting the wrong impression of its scale. It's big enough to cover the cactus in the distance.
I thought that was like the chamber we were in. So, this... You described this area as having the high walls, though. Is there a back wall I can see in this chamber?
No, just the just the wall to the left and the right, and then if you're talking about that northward direction, it's towards the sun. So all you see is path traveling forward.
Or I thought we were going with the sun to our back, heading east. Or no, we're heading.
Sun is to your back, cactus is to your front. Sorry.
Yeah.
North is cactus.
So this is turned respectively. Anyway, the direction we chose to go originally is up on the map.
Yes.
So yeah, I'll just how far should we go?
To the cactus.
Forward.
Is that a war cry or a chant?
All right, with these answers, I'll go, if I can see it seems clear out that far, I'll go 1,000 feet forward to the, put us just above the ground, 1,000 feet out.
Sure. Roll percentile.
Like to take my luck roll for the day.
Okay.
Yay!
Fucking wow.
Beast. He appears before us.
So with your lucky roll of 666, I will set up the next map.
Dang.
Way to go. They're working to be demons. Art.
Just no longer in this dungeon, just welcome to the abyss. The campaign is now us finding our way out of hell.
Welcome to the jungle.
Welcome to the jungle! We got fun and games.
Get you everything you want.
Alright, I'm gonna switch back to player, I guess, because you're changing the map around.
This seems wise. Oh, I just got done with that map. I thought you guys
Yep.
were gonna fight him for sure.
Yep. No.
Wow, I thought we were in for a big ant squishing.
No, thank
I
you.
was extremely concerned.
Not
That's
into
the
that.
thing, like
Like, because the action economy.
Both a little like both player and character knowledge. APOC is pretty certain he would have prevailed against those ants, but there's so many. It would have taken so long.
It would have been the next 2 or 3 sessions, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. I'm into getting to this cactus.
Just rolling ants.
Yes.
Look at them all. There's bloody thousands of them.
To the back. There. Map there.
We're gonna get where we're going, and I'm just gonna be like, nope, and just cast another spell.
All right, here we are.
The
Perception
I'm done
check.
with this spell.
Wow. Philip and Otri, you guys really see much of anything other than the fact that you guys are back on a sandy area and you see what appears to be a large ant hill where that gray circle is.
We're still floating, right?
No.
No,
Well,
no. I mean, because we fell in.
Well, I was aiming for about 10 feet above the ground, so we could have a nice, gentle land right when we
Yeah.
got there.
yeah, so you are currently falling, but you're only falling 10 feet.
I see.
With a parachute?
With a parachute, yes. I'm just not gonna leave initiative here. Otri.
So for those of us who rolled over 20 on spot,
those of you over 20 on spot, you'll see that there are 2 very large groups of ants, one on this side and the other on this side, and they seem to be looking at something down here. Whatever it is doesn't seem to be visible, but is causing some type of distortion in the sand,
Oops.
almost like a ripple in the water.
I suggest to the cactus.
The Dune music starts playing. Do we have the
do our spells come back on because we're no longer in that magical effect zone?
It hasn't been enough rounds yet.
Ooh, that sucks.
You are still in initiative. It is Ostri's turn.
How far? We're not far from the ground.
You are 5 feet from the ground. You are
All right, I will land and I will start recasting my spells.
starting with
Flight.
Roger that. APOC.
So I'm assuming, which way is the cactus? Just straight north?
Yep.
And I'm assuming that Core and Phil are still on my back? We just hit the ground?
They are still attached to you. Yep.
I just
Alright.
saw the piece you pulled up.
They are well within my light load carrying limit. So I'm gonna run.
Okay.
Jesus.
Which is, I believe the run action, that's 4 times normal move.
It is, yes.
Alright, let me, what's my thing here?
Wait. You're at medium load, so it's 3 times.
I'm at light load, sir.
Even with all those people?
And my light load is 800 pounds or less.
I'm a light boy, what can I say?
Nice.
APOC is a strong boy who is large.
Largo. Beefy.
Well, that'll get you off the map.
Okay.
Guys, we're gonna make it.
Nope.
Come on, Otri!
Oh, tree holding on to the rope. Ah!
just like bopping along in the
Yeah,
sand.
just poof, poof, as he skips along the sand.
Oh, you guys are terrible.
Just like,
Let me grab
your
"Stay
character.
and fight the ants. Come on.
Fuck
Alright,
that.
I'm not gonna bother.
Got
I'm not
so
gonna
many
bother.
legs.
They do have so many legs. I'm not gonna bother drawing this next one out. You guys have arrive at moving quite quickly at what appears to be a red line in the sand. What would you like to do as you're moving quickly towards it? It's straight and it goes from side to side.
Oh.
So if you were to imagine the edge of the map is where the line is.
Can I just roll knowledge on that? 'Cause it's red line
You
in the sand,
you are only getting a single action here, but you can roll whatever knowledge you would like.
Can I get a single action and shout 5 words?
Yes. Everyone was allowed their 5 words.
And which knowledge or just intelligence?
You are only allowed to roll a single knowledge check. So call it before you hit the button.
Magic ants. Arcana.
Your Arcana check will tell you that this is a magical race of people. It's not magically created, but it is a race from another.
No. Sorry, I meant the ants are magic. I want to roll Arcana on the lie. Sorry.
Arcana on the line.
Oh no, a
There's not-
strange line. Those
You don't see anything inherently magical about it, but you do know that lines will commonly denote edges of spells or boundaries.
Alright.
That was your one action. Anybody else with an action?
Inquisitively shout. Is that the end?
I would
Yeah.
like to ask for. Do I go or stop at the line?
As the question is prompt, I'll use my spontaneous spell today to activate True Seeing.
True Seeing.
Yep, I just gotta grab the spell level that is so I can take that spontaneous spell off.
I want this. That wall appears to be a solid object.
It's solid, we have to go a different way.
Left
I'll
or
make a
right?
spot check.
I will make a spot as well. Block. Hey, wait a
You-
minute. I remember last game, I had a couple of minor rerolls on deck.
You got 2 of them left.
I think I would like to use one for that spot, sir.
Go for it.
Now seems to be the time. That's better. And that should be a 23 because of a bonus thing that I couldn't put in there.
Sure.
Cleric 5. Oof.
Mordecai is very feisty today.
Cool. And then what was the spell? Did I see anything with my 29 when I cast True Sight and Look About?
The wall exists on the ethereal plane. It seems like a wall, and it doesn't see. It seems like the illusion is being able to see through it. Also notice what appears to be a glowing ball that's following you guys at a distance of 60 feet
From behind?
from behind. It is invisible to without true seeing.
Well, I don't think I have enough words to describe all this to the party. I don't see any definite way out, though.
I will go ahead and break initiative initiative here now that you've hit the wall and you're away from the ants.
All right, so can I get a clarification? you said that the wall was ethereal. Does that mean that it only exists on the ethereal plane, or that it
No,
is
I said that it also exists on the ethereal plane.
also exists on the ethereal plane? Okay. And what's this yonder? Is
You
that
haven't
something
run
different?
into it yet.
Okay. Well, look the wall up and down and be like, it's even on the ethereal plane. Turn around and see the orb and be like, what the hell is that?
It's a cat. That is what.
You get the impression that it's looking at you.
Let's get out of here.
There's like a glowing orb looking at us.
Perhaps it cannot pass the barrier.
I'm going to make a spellcraft on the orb while they figure out what they're going to do, because now I'm distracted.
Philip,
Well-
we're out of combat, right?
You are now out of combat. Your spellcraft tells you that that is very similar to a prying eyes spell.
Hmm. We are definitely being watched by someone through a spell.
Philip will turn around and try to reach over the line.
Your hand runs into an invisible line at the edge. You feel like a mime.
I feel like mine. It doesn't feel like anything like glass.
It does. It feels like a perfectly smooth surface. And it is, in fact, room temperature. So, just slightly cold to your fingertips.
I'm gonna try and bend down to where the line is on the ground and try to dig next to it, the sand out from under it.
Sure. You dig down 1 foot quite quickly, and you'll notice that it continues heading down. It seems to be made of sand, though, below the line. The sand is hardened like sandstone, though. Anybody else taking any other actions?
Yep, I'm writing something down.
I don't have any actions.
Yeah. APOC is just waiting for which this is slightly beyond his knowledge base.
Do you serve
I
the
can try to
pattern
roll
of
it.
this tower? Who are you
Patron.
pointing that at?
The ball that Core is now distracted by.
Oh, do you serve the patron of this tower? It bob up and down.
Actually, APOC is going to take a old full round knowledge. About this whole general situation.
The general situation is that my cat has discovered a new box, and he is currently climbing inside of it.
Look at him go.
Okay.
He's such a good boy.
What are you doing?
Like the barrier.
It's because you got that Engineer 36.
There we go.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Hello, child. What are you doing? Here, let's just.
Okay, I'm gonna reattempt communication to get an affirmative.
It bobs up and down.
The patron of the tower is watching us through this thing.
All right. So back to your knowledge check. Arcana Engineer will work together. It'll tell you that this is clearly some type of magic barrier or a wall that's been turned into a magic barrier. Your knowledge nature check will tell you that this is definitely not natural. The stone below it seems like sandstone, but definitely has qualities that make it not sandstone. You're not able to identify the rock. Your knowledge geography will tell you that the area you see on the other side of the wall is different from the one that you are currently in, and the rest don't really give you much. Knowledge dungeon will tell you that you are in a dungeon.
The dome is still over this, right? This is like the edge of the
Yes, the dome is still over this.
Yes.
The little ball bobs to the left and the right.
Dang, it's unwilling to help us locate the next area.
You say that, and it bobs to the left and the right again.
It can hear us.
It bobs up and down.
Well, this is gonna save time.
It bobs up and down.
I'll put the paper away. Do you know the way to the next area?
It bobs up and down.
If you go that way, you know, when you feel like it, do you mind if we just, like, know which way you're going?
It flies in a circle.
I don't understand.
Done that.
Do we seem to be in any kind of danger from those moving sand objects that were there before?
It bobs up and down.
Oh, yeah.
Your spot check does not reveal anything that was coming towards you, though, at this very moment.
We should probably get off the ground.
Yeah, can I roll to see if there's any change in the terrain anywhere around stray rocks? And I didn't see anything.
You didn't hear anything. Your spot check will tell you that the ground right here does seem to be pretty undisturbed.
I'm imagining this is like a Tremors situation.
I
Philip,
love that movie.
It's something.
That whole series is just precious.
Would you
Oh,
mind?
God.
I'll ask the object or the floating orb. Would you mind going and waiting by the exit for us until we're done here?
Flies in a circle.
Huh. Where is this circle that it's flying in?
A tight one, just sort of in its general location.
Where can you like ping it on the map or locate it since Core can see the object?
Yeah, I can put it on the map. I need a good circle. This is ominous. We'll use that.
I'm gonna switch over to the map view now. All right.
Yeah, about 60 feet out from you.
Does the circle mean you're showing me something?
Left and right.
Does it mean you're undecided on my request?
Up and down. And then side to side.
Well, that sounds like indecision to me.
Flies up and down.
Are you guys gonna sit here and watch Cora have a conversation with this invisible ball?
I'm not a very magic man. I touched the wall.
APOC is going to say, Core, what do we do? I don't know what to do.
I'm trying to get help from a local. But we should probably find a way to get off the ground soon because I think there's something in the sand. I'll look over at the ball.
Does Philip notice any creatures crossing the line in the distance? Ants, birds, anything?
No, you don't see any creatures crossing the line. On either side.
Hmm.
I don't have anything good. I guess I'll use my hat.
I'd pick up a handful of sand and try to throw it past the line.
It runs into an invisible barrier and falls to the ground.
Right. Okay. So it's not just to us, it's literally everything.
The scientific methods of a monk.
Hey, man. Oh, I'm about
Can
to
it
lift
punch
that
me?
wall.
Can it punch me? No, let's throw pocket sand at it.
Ha!
Can it
You win
punch
again,
me?
invisible wall.
Can I punch it?
It's basically that diagram where it's like, yes, this way, no, this way, no, this way.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Venn diagram.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool. I got other ways. Let me, you guys.
Can I lick the wall?
That's ill-advised, sir.
You lick the
Doing
wall?
that. Can I roll Arcana to see if it would be a bad idea to lick the wall?
You
Then-
said you did it. It's smooth and slightly cold.
It's slightly cool. Shrugs. Yeah, give it a shot.
You'll notice that your spit stays there for a moment before it starts to dry.
All right. I'll cast Find the Path.
Hmm.
I'm done with this game. I want the way out of this area towards our destination.
Sick of bumming by this ad out.
Let me just refresh myself on Find the Path real quick. 3-round casting time. You're casting on yourself. Shortest, most direct physical route to a specified destination may be way into or out of a locale. The locale can be outdoors, underground, or even inside of a maze spell. It works in respect to locations on objects or creatures at the location. You get the distinct feeling that you need to head off to the side for a while. Specifically to the left of on the map.
All right. I will just tap APOC on the shoulder and be like, we should go that way.
As soon as he tells me to go that way, I'm booking it that way.
Are you're still holding on to us, or am I?
Yeah, I'm riding a
Nobody-
Master Blaster style.
Nobody said they got off, so you guys have just been standing there, monkey hanging onto the giant.
He's clearly been standing close enough to the wall to let
Yeah.
to let me fuck with the invisible barrier. Well, this is happening. Excellent.
You, sir, are the baby in the supermarket aisle
Oh,
touching
no.
the wall.
Yeah, very much. Well, the whole world is new to Philip. He's never been outside of those monastery walls, or at least not since so long ago he can barely remember it.
The comparison is very real then.
Yeah.
You guys travel a relatively short distance of about 400 or 500 feet when you come upon a red line in the sand, and that is where that triangle is now taking point in place here. The entire time that you guys are moving, the orb that you saw followed behind you at a rate equal to the giant and stayed 60 feet away.
Cool. Do I see anything addition with the true sight as we approach that other line?
You'll notice that the wall itself, the new red line seems to be made out of conjuration magic and abjuration magic. Your Find the Path will tell you that you need some type of key or ward key to bypass it. this triangle thing.
All right. I will share the information with the party and look up another spell while you guys talk for a moment.
I don't really know how magic works, guys. That's a core thing. Yeah. Everybody doing okay? Staying hydrated.
Philip, was this your role to check on this triangle? Or is it that from before? Oh, wait, that was from before.
That was before.
Okay.
I mean, he gave us the description you gave him, right?
I'll make a
Okay.
I do all the
perception on it.
touchy-feely stuff. You know?
You'll see that in the center of the triangle there seems to be an indent, and the triangle itself seems to be red all the way through. So that yellow interior that's there doesn't actually, it's not yellow, it's the red color. I just don't want to color it in.
I go over and try to pick up a handful of the red sand.
You can pick up the yellow sand and pass it through the wall. Or do you mean you try and pick up the red sand from inside the circle?
Yes.
Or triangle.
Red in red sand.
Your arm begins passing through the invisible red. So, like, as you're going from here to here, you're able to successfully pass over the red line.
Does my hand feel any different on the other side of the line, or I just can't see it? Or I can't see it?
It's slightly cooler.
Slightly cooler. Feels out of the sun in here. I cautiously poke my head in.
Make a will save.
You are decapitated.
Mm-hmm. Just dead.
Fuck.
1.5 games in.
Hey, look, man. At least I'll be able to, like, set my new record easily.
Mm-hmm.
So you put your head in, and it feels like you've put it into a mass of honey. You can't really breathe very well, and it's a little difficult trying to pull it out. And your whole body seems like it's going forward into it now.
Can I strength check that?
Yep.
Oh my
Nope,
god, here
you
it goes.
keep going in.
1.5 games, guys. We did it. I start waving my hands erratic. The other hand that's outside erratically.
He looks
Pull
in
him out,
trouble.
Giant.
Yes, I will try to pull him out if he looks like he's struggling.
Strength check.
I'm gonna spellcraft this happening.
You easily pull him out.
I just grab his wrist with a pinky and my thumb and forefinger and kind of hold him up like, I don't think you should do that. We should wait for Core to tell us what to do.
All right, having seen him interact with this and True Sight being active with that spellcraft,
Does it look like I'm
what do I think's going on here? Yeah.
pulled out?
You think he stuck his face into an area that is slightly different as far as like the plane you're on, I guess. So like the effect he was running into is an effect of like passing over a planar barrier or something.
So like he was dealing with transitive planar effects.
Yeah, but not all of them. Just like the first couple of stages of it.
All right. Do I believe that those effects would be reduced if we had like this ward key that you referred to? Like, is this some kind of preventive barrier?
You do think that this is a preventive barrier.
Cool.
And you think that this is probably a gate or a door of some kind into the next area.
All right. Then I will cast Locate Object to try to find the nearest magical ward key.
Locate object, huh?
Yep. I don't know anything specific about it, so I have to generalize.
I'm going to be very upset with when he runs out of bite weapons. Just like, ooh, what's gonna happen? Who knows?
You sense the direction of a well-known or clearly visible object. If you can search for general items, the nearest one within range.
Yep. So hopefully the only magical ward key that is close to us is the one we need.
You see a creature laying on its stomach in what appears to be a dark, cool cave. The roof of the cave and the walls seem to be made of the same sand that everything else is, but it looks harder and more rocky than the sand you guys have been walking on. The difference between sandstone and regular stone. There's a hole at the back of this cave. The creature itself seems to be something between 30 and 50 feet long, but you can't tell because it's curled up in and around rocks. It's covered in hard metal plates, is long, sort of looks like a salamander, and is made of metal.
Cool. And I get a sense of the direction I have to go for this?
Yes, it is directly south from where you guys are. Oh, those are really sharp, Zuko. Oh, Jesus.
Ouch, huh? Alright, so...
It's directly south from where you guys are at. Right as you're closing up the spell, though, the image changes and you get the mental image of one of those ants you ran into before with the wings. Except for this one has a small suit of armor on. Well, I mean, it's not small, it's size to him, but...
Do I think it's because the ant moved closer while the spell was happening?
That would be appropriate.
Alright, so it looks like we got two options for ward keys. What direction was this ant?
Back towards the hill.
Alright, so we can either go find one of the ants that can fly, and I'll describe it as you did. I believe he's got a ward key, or somewhere underground to the south of us is a giant metal salamander-like creature in a cave, and I believe the ward key may be there as well.
You can roll a knowledge check on the creature you saw in your vision.
Ooh, because I saw it. Okay, give me a second here. Skills...
And you moved on a little quickly, but there was a number of eggs around it.
Ooh, yeah, eggs too. Right.
It's okay, I'm hungry.
Happy little eggs. Like happy little accidents on the side of the mountain.
This is just a shot in the dark for you, Core, isn't it?
Knowledge nature. Magical beasts are covered under knowledge nature. 18 will get you the lesser version of this creature. Is sometimes referred to as a land shark.
Okie dokie.
They generally eat anything they regard as edible, which is pretty much everything. They rarely eat elves because they rarely eat elves and dwarves because they taste funny. Likes to use tremor sense, but can see. Don't be surprised if it jumps into the air to grab you. It has quite the powerful leap.
Cool. With this knowledge, I'm going to point out what time it is. Are we going any later since it is a weeknight and some people have early mornings? Or are we going to call it?
Well,
I could maybe go a little later, but I can't go super late.
I honestly think we should call it, and you guys can take your pick of which of the two you want to chase after, or maybe see if you can find a third option somewhere out there in the desert. There was two other paths that you guys did not go down. So I think that this is an appropriate place to stop for the night. So why don't we do player points?
Cool.
And another good day of role play, so I'm going to give you 200 today for EXP.
200 EXP for roleplay. Nice.
We're talking
Thank
about.
you, Mr. DM.
Yeah. I'm gonna vote for Philip for the brown bomber.
Great, amazing. Probably gonna vote for Apocalypse for carrying me while I did the brown bomb.
Enabling your brown bomber.
I gotta vote for Core for magicking us along the way so far. Without some of that problem-solving spellcasting abilities, we would not be where we are now.
We'd be swarmed, screaming, surrounded by pillars of fire.
We'd still be rolling.
Yeah, we'd be. I'd still be rolling to hit things for like the next.
Like 3 games. Yeah.
Yes.
Right, he's just like Skyrim. Come on.
Yep.
I don't think.
You know
I
what?
don't know how. What?
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I don't think. APOC does not have the same cleaving abilities as some other characters I have, so that this would take a while.
All right, Otri.
Kill the leader. Maybe
Yeah,
it
we gotta
wouldn't
give it to Core for that lock
Oh.
roll and just for keeping us afloat when it all started to come crashing down. That was really funny, I thought. The way we managed to float past everything.
Floated past everything and right into a wall.
Yeah,
Sounds like I got the player vote on that one.
I think you did too. Let
Thank
me
you, guys.
go ahead and record that. Core for.
Oh, I gotta record this as well.
Seeing as I liked the whole being prepared thing that you guys were talking about for Core, I'm going to give Krunk the one and only player point that I'll ever give him for his preparedness on having a built-in parachute. That came in very handy for you.
You know, I like to think, though, it's not for having the parachute, it's remembering I have the parachute after many months of not being on an airship.
So, yes, I will, for using the parachute, for having the parachute, for remembering the parachute, all of the above.
For all
Yeah.
parachute-related antics.
Okay, got my notes in there. You guys got some experience points for role play today because I thought that was pretty good. So I guess that's it. We're gonna call it quits for the night. We'll see you guys all in 2 weeks, and can we try and start closer to 7 in 2 weeks and not 8? I feel like this was a bit of a short session. Cool.
I'm down with that.
Agreed. We can do that. Hold on, I'm refreshing the page so I can pick our raid. There we go. Do you want to hear the list, or do you want me to just raid the person who's playing tabletop games?
Tabletop games.
Done. We're raiding Live and Let's Die tonight. All right. As we sign out, I'd like to make sure everybody knows that we're playing D&D again this coming Monday. Oh, no, we are offline for that game. Dang, that's going to be something else then. So we look forward to our next show next Monday night, and then whatever happens from there. Any last words from our DM?
Please have an amp pun.
I would, but I feel like it would be a little beneath me.
Oh my god, that's very good. All right, good night, everybody.
I don't want to mound it on for you, but it just crawls along.
Oh my god. All right, that's a good. We're rated, but this will be the end for our VOD right here. Good night, everybody.